Hey guys, and welcome back to the Sports Gaming Network and the Chicago White Sox rebuild. Today we're going to be looking into the draft and going over some prospects that we think we like. Hopefully we'll get to draft them, so let's get right into that right now. Alright, here we are looking at our prospects. Our top guy we really like here, Steve Ramos. He's a starting pitcher. He's only 19. He is going to be a stud, absolute the number one option for us to get. He's a little short, but he is the guy we're definitely going after. You have Carmen Ramirez, he's definitely a second option. You have Harrison Mays as another starting pitching option. He's definitely a longer term guy, just like Scott Lowe, who is definitely the last ditch option to starting pitching, with him being 22, not being ready till 2021. So hopefully we can get that going a little bit, get our starting pitching, help developed in the minors. So after that, there are a bunch of other prospects we're going to run through really quickly. There are a bunch of closers out there right now. It's not a top priority for me, honestly, because you can always move pitchers around, and a closer is the least versatile of all of them, just like a relief pitcher. So there's a lot of options out there for that, also. So if that's there later rounds, we'll definitely be looking at closer. Pitching is definitely a need that we'd like to address, but I think one thing we'd like to talk about in this series is that in the draft, especially for Major League Baseball, you don't draft needs, you draft best prospects, because you draft somebody and they're not going to be ready to help you next year. They're going to be ready to help you 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road. So it's not a thing where you draft what you need. It's a thing you draft what's there. So if a closing pitcher is there, we'll definitely go to take it. But at the end of the day, a starting pitcher is definitely more valuable than a closer. On to catchers, there's nothing there. First baseman, we really like Luis Alonso. He's very good. 2019. So he should be ready next year. He is 22 years old, but he will be ready soon, so that's definitely okay. So he's definitely a stud. If we can get him, that'd be fantastic. And the guy behind him would be a long shot kind of guy. A lot of second basemen available, so maybe a second baseman is what we take. Shortstop, there's a bunch of those available that we've scouted a pretty good way. None of them that we're really excited about. A lot of left fielders. We really like Richard Reese. Rob O'Malley's definitely below Richard Reese, but we like him. In center field, there's also a bunch of options. We're not really big into any of them. Right field the same way. So we do have the 4th pick going into the draft. Here we go, and looks like Steve Ramos did not get taken. That's insane. So that is definitely what we're going to do right here. Not even a question in my mind that Steve Ramos is going to be the guy to take. That's an easy pick for us all day long. Go ahead and take Steve Ramos, the starting pitcher, 19 years old, going to be ready soon. Let's go, Steve Ramos. Into round 2, we got the 3rd pick of round 2. There was a compensatory pick in between the 2 rounds. So a couple of our guys did fly off the board. We've got a few guys left on the board. So let's go through, see who we like, and make a decision on who we're going to pick right here. So ultimately it's going to be Luis Alonso, the first baseman that we liked before it. We're going to go with him. On to the 3rd round. We're going to take William Blanton, the shortstop. He looks pretty solid. We're going to go with him. So into the 4th round here, looks like we're going to go with Mike Sanchez. He's a bit of a long shot kind of prospect, but hopefully he can develop and be a good guy for us down the road here in a few years. Into the 5th round, looks like we're going to go ahead and take the shortstop Dominic Spence. Another guy that we have fully scouted, so we know he's going to be somewhat decent, but he's definitely not going to be a guy that we're going to depend on to grow and help this organization. But if he does, that'd be fantastic. On to the 6th round, there's nobody left that we like, so it's really at this point it's a shot in the dark. Who are we going to take? I don't know. Looks like we're going to go with Sam Pena. Here is our final draft. Like we thought, Steve Ramos, the absolute guy, 75 overall, 19 years old, 96 potential. He is going to be an absolute stud. Luis Alonso, 73 overall. Look at those hitting stats. He can crush the baseball. That's what you want in a first baseman. His potential is only an 86, but dude, he can smash. William Blanton, a bit of a long shot guy down the road, but like we said, that's what we wanted. He's fast, he can play the field, so hopefully he'll develop, and maybe one day he'll come up be a utility guy for us. Mike Sanchez, another guy like that you want to develop long term. Dominic Spence, probably never going to even sign him. Same with Sam Pena, just didn't pan out from the draft, but that's okay. Those were later round picks, so it's not like we had a lot of stake into it. But overall, I'd say we had a fantastic draft. We got Steve Ramos. All these guys, we think that are going to be really serviceable players. Steve Ramos hopefully be a star for our team in the future. Come up, not maybe next year, but the year after that for sure. I mean, he's already a stud. Doesn't have the velo, but that'll develop. I mean, he's fantastic. Luis Alonso, especially being a lefty hitter, lefty power hitter, that's just fantastic. So these guys are guys that are going to be up soon, and when they do come up, they're going to be really good players for us. So it was a great draft for the first draft of the Chicago White Sox series. Very proud of this one. And guys, that's it for this episode. I know it was pretty short, but that's all good. We're going to come back with another episode for the month of June. I think you're going to like that one. It's a pretty dang good game, so just be ready for that. And until next time, this is the Sports Gaming Network signing out.